Hey guys, welcome to another video. I'm Bilal, and today I'm going to talk about how and why people who get into the gig economy fail. So I ran across quite a few people since I made my last videos, and everyone, quite a few, if not everyone, was asking me why they were not able to make as much money or even be partially successful as freelancers in the gig economy or run their own business as some other people. And so that got me thinking because I have been working as a freelancer, more specifically doing SEO and writing for quite a while. So it got me thinking about why many people fail. And I came to the conclusion that the majority of people were failing for five main reasons. And one of the reasons that one of the reasons right off the bat is that a lot of people are trying to make quick cash, and freelancing is not a way to make quick cash. While a lot of the influencers um, may make it seem that it's very easy for someone to get in and make quick cash, the fact is that that's not the case. You need to work on being a freelancer. You need to have a freelancer. Yeah, you need to have a lifestyle, more importantly, that suits the work that you're doing. And so, someone who's a graphic designer will have um, a very different approach to their lifestyle as someone who does SEO or someone who does affiliate marketing. And so if you're in it for quick cash, it's not going to work for you. You have to be committed to building a brand. The second thing is not having a routine. A lot of people, they just don't they just can't be their own boss because they assume that just because they've got a gig or a job, they can, and they don't have a boss, they can just work whenever they want. And that's not really the case because they never really get down to work. And so procrastination takes over. They're not able to work. Projects get delayed, and then that ends up, not being great for the profile. Especially if you're on a platform like Freelancer or on Fiverr or someplace like that where people can leave you a negative review. It's not it's not ideal. Okay, so the third reason is not doing it long enough. So a lot of people get into freelancing. They do it for like 3 months. They create a profile on Fiverr or Upwork or whatever, and they bid on a few projects, and they don't get it. So 2 months later, they're complaining, we're not getting projects. Why are we not getting projects? And honestly, 2 months is not long enough. You're competing against maybe over 100,000 people for a specific job. And unless you have a way to stand out, and unless you experiment and find a USP and find how you stand out, you're not gonna get jobs to begin with, and you're not gonna make a lot of money either. So you've got to do it for long enough, and by long enough, you should be freelancing or at least working on freelancing as a side hustle for 6 months at least, and you should be experimenting with the way you bid and the way you contact clients, the way you cold outreach, and you should be doing all of this to begin with. But if you're not doing it, then obviously you're not going to be successful, and it's only the very lucky few who work for maybe $5 a graphic, or $5 for a piece of content, who might get the first few orders, but it's not long term. So that's one of the reasons why I don't recommend Fiverr, and I'll make another video about that if you guys are interested. The fourth reason is not building a brand, and this ties into the previous point. Is if you don't want to continue working for $5 or $10 a gig, and hardly making $50 a day, you need to build a brand, and that brand building takes time. And you're going to have to spend on setting up a beautiful website. You're going to have to spend on running Facebook campaigns. You're going to have to learn how to do Facebook campaigns too. You have to run video ads. You're going to So it's a brand building process. You'll need to have a logo. Your face would need to be on the website for obvious reasons, since you're a freelancer. If you're going into a company and you have quite a few people, then you should have a company profile. And that's the only way to get higher paying gigs. As an SEO, I started off doing individual projects, and one of the things that I ran into was I was competing against agencies with 15, 20 employees. And the major difference between me and them was that, obviously they could deliver sooner than I could deliver because they had more people. But my advantage was that I was cheaper because of just one guy operating from home. And so I got a lot of initial work as an individual, but I soon learned that, that I didn't have enough hours to make enough money. So if I wanted to raise my rates, I needed to brand myself, and I needed a lot of social proof to do it. And so I just got on the branding journey and I branded myself. And I think that's the only way to be successful and grow yourself as a freelancer. The next thing is not spending money. There are a lot of people they get into freelancing. They think, okay, so I'm going to make money, but honestly, initially you're going to have to spend money, and then you're going to have to spend money later on as well. So you're going to have to spend money on tools like Ahrefs if you do SEO. You're going to have to spend money on advertising. You're going to have to spend marketing. You're going to have to get a logo made. And all of these are essential for you to stand out. If you're not doing it, then you're obviously not going to make a lot of money. You're not going to even get your initial gigs because remember, you're competing against many people. Fortunately, it's not expensive. You can get an initial branding package for $100, $150. You can set up your website and maybe $100, and you can get a lot done in like $200 maximum. And then that would help you get those initial jobs, and then you can just work on your branding from there. So if you guys have had if anyone who's watching this video and who's not having success, feel free to reach out. Tell me your story. Tell me what you're trying to do, and I could maybe make a video that addresses those issues. So until we meet again, have a great day. Bye-bye.